Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We have the June 15th meeting of the Scituate Zoning Board of Appeals. We have 3 members present, and the other two members are not expected this evening, so we'll get started. The first applicant is Albert and Donna Banger of 108 Captain Pierce Road, Scituate, Mass. Request a special permit under section 610.2B of the Scituate zoning bylaw to allow a 50-foot frontage lot at 108 Captain Pierce Road, Scituate, Assessors Map 26, Parcel 3, Block 3, Parcel 8.
Good evening. For the record, my name is Gregory Morse. I'm a registered engineer, Morse Engineering. The property owner and applicant, Al and Donna Banger, are with us tonight. We're here for a special permit in accordance with section 610.2B, which is the 50-foot frontage lot for the Banger's property at 108 Captain Pierce Road. Referring to the plan, the property is depicted in black as the perimeter of the property. The existing residence, number 108, right here. What we've done is we've proposed Lot 1, which is the existing house, a fully compliant lot for the zoning district. It's in the RT district. Lot 2, though, is the special permit lot. It does comply with the requirements of the bylaw. The bylaw requires specifically a 50-foot frontage along a public way, which it has frontage along Captain Pierce Road of 50.13 feet. It maintains a 50-foot width all the way back to the buildable portion of the lot. And lastly, for a 50-foot frontage lot, you're required to have double the land area. That would require a minimum of 40,000 square feet in this district. This lot has 165,129 square feet, all upland land area. So it surpasses that upland area requirement. Planning board endorsed this through the A&R process. We're looking simply for a special permit, which allows the construction of the home on Lot 2.
Any questions?
No, I don't have any questions.
No, pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Any questions from the audience? I see some abutters. You need a better look at the plan, everything. This really is one of those.
I mean,
It's what our bylaw is intended to do, allow people to utilize backland without having frontage. So I would entertain the motion.
Okay. On the application of Albert and Donna Banger for the approval of a special permit to allow a 50-foot frontage lot in accordance with zoning bylaw 610.2.B, I move that the application be granted, condition on the, obviously, lot number 2 being divided in accordance with the plan of Morse Engineers dated, where's the date? May 18th, 2017, and further providing in accordance with the bylaw that Lot 1 shall not be further divided at any point in time, and that will be reflected in the special permit as well as in the deed.
Lot 2. Yes,
Lot 2, I'm
shall
sorry.
not be.
You're right. I meant Lot 2.
Is that noted on the plan, Greg?
Not that it shouldn't be further divided, no, but we'll accept that as a
We noted on
condition.
the special permit, which will be recorded,
But I
right?
think it also has to be in the plan as well.
I think you're right, Ed. That deed restriction shall be shown on the plan and thereafter recorded, as well as the special permit.
So you need it on the plan under
So,
recorded plan.
Okay.
and also subject to the filing of an amended plan reflecting no further division. Sure.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Opposed?
Mr. Chairman, could I, for the benefit of the neighborhood and the butters, point out and just clarify that by making this one subdivision in the way that we're doing it, we forever in perpetuity keep that land together intact, so it cannot be further subdivided and more homes built on it. There was a proposal put forward unsolicited to us that be divided into 5 lots, and we have no interest in doing that whatsoever. So what we want to do is keep the land together and build a smaller house for my wife and myself on that back lot. Stay in Scituate.
It's well noted. The 50-foot frontage would be sufficient to put a roadway in, and that roadway then could service a number of houses, so it's well done.
But not the way we're doing it.
Not the way you're doing it now.
Right,
This
exactly.
basically locks it up forever.
Right. All right, thank you.
Great,
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good job,
So
congratulations.
there's a 20-day period, right?
20-day, and
Hey, Greg, so you're Jeff's son?
Appeal period.
He's a great guy. He's a
Oh,
great
yeah.
guy. How is he doing?
Right, okay, but after
Is he still doing it?
Yeah.
Still digging?
As happy as he can be.
Beautiful.
Digging away.
Mr. Ray Friday,
Tell him George White said hi.
I will.
I'm probably up.
I'm probably up too. So.
How you do though?
We each gonna get one. All right.
Yeah. Bribery.
Absolutely.
All right, our second.
Short one.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Banger, would you take it outside, please? Thank you very much. The second application is of Ann Corbo of 33 Barker Road, Scituate, Mass. Requests a special permit finding pursuant to MGL Chapter 48, Section 6, and Section 810.2A of the Scituate zoning bylaw to construct an addition increasing gross floor area by more than 20% on the pre-existing non-conforming lot at 33 Barker Road, Scituate, Mass. Assessors map 46, block 10, parcel 7F.
Someone took it tonight. It's on that big board. Good evening.
We have it on film, we can,
We'll run it back. You got a
No,
plan
they took
packet.
But I'm the chair of the board of SCTV.
so you better go get a copy.
Again, Gregory Morse, registered engineer for the applicant, Ann Corbo. This property is owned by Kathleen Corbo, who is Ann's mother. Both reside at the property. The property is located at 33 Barker Road, at the intersection of Barker Road and Hillcrest Road. We're here seeking a Section 6 finding or a special permit in accordance with Section 810.2 to allow the alteration and extension of a pre-existing non-conforming dwelling. What exists at the property right now is a single-family residence that was constructed in 1895 per the assessors. It's located in the R3 zoning district and it abuts residential property on all sides. The lot itself is non-conforming with respect to lot size. The size is 9,400 square feet, all of which is upland land area. The building that's at the site is non-conforming with respect to the side yard setback at 1.7 feet, where 8 feet is required, and the rear yard setback at 11 feet, where 20 feet is required. The proposal here is to put an addition on the plan. The addition is highlighted in black. The goal of that addition is to house an accessory dwelling. The applicant has filed with the planning board for that special permit in addition. The location of that addition complies with the front yard setback and the side yard setbacks. It does increase the floor area by a total of 43.5%. The existing floor area is 1,718 square feet. We're adding 748, so the gross floor area of this building is 2,466. We're not creating any new nonconformities, and we're not intensifying the side yard or the rear yard setback.
Question? Well,
Yeah, I do have a question. I accept your representation, I guess, that Ann and Kathleen are related, but I think we need something that says,
I think they both signed.
both signed
I think
the
they both signed the
application.
application.
did they?
Yeah.
They did.
Picture of Ann and Kathleen.
Okay, I missed that. Never mind.
It's on page 2.
Okay. I was just reading the front page. Okay. There's funny configuration on the lot. I was trying to figure out what the front is. And you're saying it's the whole loop.
Yeah, on a corner lot, the way that you do it is the frontage along both, and then you have 2 sides, and you create a radius at that intersecting interior.
So is there really a rear?
On this one, there is. The rear would be considered from this point, and you draw an arc with the rear yard setback. that interior corner.
So it's really just one point is what you're saying in
It's one
a
point,
configuration
yeah.
like this?
Yeah,
Okay.
you have a
I'm
side,
not questioning you, it's
side.
just an unusual, because
Yeah.
that should be 20 feet then, is right?
Correct, it's a 20-foot requirement on the back.
Sir?
I do not have any questions.
I was going to comment about the accessory dwelling permit application, that the proposed accessory dwelling has to be a certain dimension as in relation to the demised portion of the property, but you're under 748 square feet, so based on experience, I think you're probably going to be within what the planning
Just
board's
per-
looking for. You probably thought about that.
Just lucky
Correct.
coincidence, it's 7:48, right?
Correct.
And my only reason for commenting is I want you to get down the road and have to come back to us and see us again. So, is there anyone in the audience who would like to speak? Nothing from the building inspector?
No, with a special permit from the planning board, the accessory dwelling meets the requirement, as you said, under 750 square feet. It's not encroaching or further encroaching into any of the setbacks. That is the way you do this kind of a corner lot, with that radius from the interior point of intersection. So, no.
It's a Gale, isn't it?
Yep.
Gale?
What's that?
Isn't it Gale?
I think so, yeah.
Want a motion?
I
Sure.
can dig out my
You're the chair, you don't have to.
May I have a motion from the bench?
Motion that the board grant a special permit on the application of Ann Corbeau and find under 48 Section 6 and Section 810.2 that the proposed addition on the plan by Morse Engineering dated March 31st, 2016, that the proposed addition creates no new nonconformities, and to the extent that it intensifies any existing nonconformities, such intensifications shall not be substantially more detrimental to the surrounding neighborhood. What I miss?
And I think just for the record, you need to specify what the nonconformities are.
The nonconformities being lot size, the side setbacks, and the rear setback.
Second motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? It is unanimous.
Thank you very much.
I'll take that one, let's go right to left, unless you'd like it. What's that? I'll take that, unless you would like it.
That's fine. Oh, yeah.
I feel like you might be able to find a form that,
Go this way, or
So I guess I'm going on the last
Well,
one. Fair enough.
we can swap them out if you prefer to.
No?
They look all
I
pretty
think I
much the
can
same.
manage.
All right, our third application is for Mary J.
Bulio.
Bulio of 77 Rebecca Road, Scituate, Massachusetts. Requesting special permit finding under Mass General Laws, Chapter 40A, Section 6, to construct an addition adding 20% to the gross floor area of the pre-existing non-conforming dwelling at 77 Rebecca Road, Scituate, Mass. Assessors map 46, Block 1, Parcel 8.
Hi. I'm Mary Beauliard. This is Charlie Ruddy, who's my partner, who lives with me. So we're here for approval of our application as submitted, and I don't know if you have any questions, but we'd be happy to answer them.
Charlie, how do you spell your last name?
Ruddy, R-U-D-D-Y.
So I don't make mistakes in the spelling, or Frank doesn't. All right, I did have anyone else wants to go first? but-
go for it.
Your plan shows basically the existing and the proposed. You
Correct.
indicate the proposed, you're raising it up on concrete pier foundation.
Yes, that's our expectation. We haven't talked with builders yet, but from what we know about what's required, since there's no land to put it down anywhere,
The area, because it looks like you're not using the existing foundation at all. Is there an existing foundation?
It's a concrete foundation.
Okay.
So we have to have it be open,
Open to allow the
Right.
passage of water.
right.
I was just looking at you've got your proposed southerly side yard setback at 7.75, which is just a little bit short of the 8 feet. But your northerly side yard setback is 8.88. It could maybe be moved a quarter of a foot, and then it would be complying on the southerly side. Is there a reason it isn't, or?
The plans were drawn based on the existing foundation, and then we found that we couldn't keep the existing foundation, so I don't see an issue with moving it a couple of inches when it's built.
It would be something that's bringing it more into compliance. You are making it slightly more into compliance by, 5/100ths of an inch?
Yeah,
I mean-
something
I
like
mean,
that.
As,
5/100ths of a foot,
from the
sorry.
perspective of the applicant, when you have a nonconformity, given Massachusetts' current case law, I'm not so sure you're incentivized to eliminate that nonconformity.
There you go. That's a good point.
You're giving up a right that your lot has.
Fair. That was my only real concern, is looking at it, was there a reason?
It's increasing slightly the nonconformity though, right?
I don't believe so,
Yeah,
no.
it's decreasing it, because
So
you've got a
that-
greater distance between the side yard. You've got a larger side yard to the
Right.
right.
I'm looking at the chart.
The chart is, the chart has some issues, yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
So-
I would not rely on the chart.
Why do we send it out?
Well, I don't mean the form of the chart, the entries on the chart, I found some inconsistencies.
Yes, yeah, that's, I was
Yeah.
trying to match
Right,
that.
Yeah.
It should
I,
actually be the 7.75.
And the right side proposed, yeah, is
So the existing is
7.75.
7.71 and the proposed is either 7.74 or 7.75.
Well, and if you look at the plan, the existing is 7.70, again, de minimis, but not entirely matching.
Yeah, we're looking at this is our,
Right.
that's your right
existing.
yard.
Yep,
There's
yep.
front yard goes from 7.1 to 7.74.
Well, I guess we should ask the applicant which set of numbers they want us to rely on. Well, no, in all seriousness,
Yeah.
if we can give you a special permit, it's got to be specified as to
Well,
which numbers are which.
I don't think we would be willing to ignore the stamped engineer's numbers
Well, it's
in
a
this
stamped,
instance. Oh,
chart by the same engineer.
well, that's
Right.
more of an issue. Yeah, I mean, the entries on the chart are,
They're different.
yeah,
Yeah.
they don't appear to be accurate.
Ah, okay. So what shall we do about that?
Well, if you're in a position to make a decision and say, oh, the chart is wrong and we'll follow the plan, if you're in that position to say that today, we'll give you a permit, but you're going to be stuck with whatever those dimensions are.
Right,
Your other alternative would be to go back and talk to Mr. Crawford and
Yeah.
straighten it out, and then come back to us with a correction.
Take the first choice.
yeah, I agree. You should
Yeah.
take the first choice.
Yeah.
Rather not wait.
Our
now they want-
instructions to the engineer and to the designer were to comply with all the existing regulations and remain in conformance or in certainly in no less conformance than the property already was. And then,
And some-
savings of an inch came up here and there. So I think our preference would be to,
This existing foundation of the deck
Yeah,
is his side yard, but it's really not, because there's no roof over it. It's kind of a,
yeah, that's true. It's really just,
he was actually being overly, he was erring on the side of caution, I think, because Your existing, your deck on the existing block foundation on the Rebecca Road side, that's not roofed, correct?
Partially roofed.
To the southerly side?
Yes, the roof
You
over
mean the
there.
porch? The front?
Yeah, you're talking about the front porch?
Yeah, it's this one right here.
Yeah, but what he's saying is the 1.91 is an uncovered deck, yeah. So
So
that's
although-
not actually the setback.
Although it is a foundation, it is not roofed, so we consider the footprint basically the drip edge of a roof.
Okay.
So where that right-hand foundation, right-hand extension is not roofed, and your foundation, your side yard setback is at the roof drip edge,
Oh, okay,
which is the other number on the plan, the 7.70.
okay.
So he was erring on the, I believe, on the side of caution by going 1.91. And the 8.15, it was because he was in the same area, not focusing up in the back, I think, which is a smaller dimension. I can understand how it happened, I guess is
Yeah.
what I'm saying. I would suggest we could probably consider finding where the chart is corrected and
I
submit.
think they've decided they want to just go with the plan.
Okay, so we'll just
dimensions.
withdraw the chart.
Yes.
Okay.
Withdraw the chart, go with the plan.
The applicant is asking the board to ignore this chart, which,
Is inconsistent with the plan.
Correct.
Right,
That's fine.
that makes sense.
We'll rely on the
Yeah,
plan.
Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
okay,
Thank you.
fair enough.
Is there any other questions from the board?
No, other than.
No, I mean, it'll have to meet all of the flood regulations, and from what I can see, it will do that. It's got a freeboard of 2 foot 10 inches over the FEMA flood elevation, so we'll look for that, obviously, when it's submitted for a building permit, but no other questions, really?
And it's not closer than 5 feet to the lot line, so that there's,
Right, good
don't have
good
that
point.
kind of a issue.
Right, there's no fire separation required.
Any comments from the audience? No, there being none, I'd ask for a motion.
Okay, must be my turn now.
Do it.
In the application of Mary Boulieu,
Boulieu.
you know, I
It's
I
okay.
have a paralegal with the same name.
Oh.
I've worked with him for 5 years, and I still.
Nobody can pronounce it.
Yeah.
Unless you know French,
It's,
but that's okay.
so I apologize.
No
Thank you
worries.
very much.
No worries. Yeah, it's the first time it's ever happened, but, you know.
On the
Beautiful
application
place,
for
right?
A
a,
beautiful place, the man that knows French. There you go.
for a, is it a special permit / finding, I move that the board find that the property at 74 Rebecca Road is non-conforming with respect
77.
to.
77.
Okay. My eyesight is going too.
It's all right.
77 Rebecca Road is non-conforming with respect to the front setback, the right setback is also non-conforming with respect to lot area, lot width, and lot frontage, that the proposed new structure as set forth in the plan dated May 17th, 2017, and stamped by engineer Robert Crawford, that the proposal is not going to increase any of the existing nonconformities, will reduce the right side nonconformity, and otherwise is not an intensification of any nonconformities, but should there be a determination that there is such an intensification, the board also finds that the proposal is not more substantially detrimental to the neighborhood than the existing structure, and that therefore the permit should be granted.
Seconded.
Moved and seconded, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? None? It is unanimous?
Thank you.
There will
Thank
be
you
a
very,
decision
very
written,
much.
And then there'll be a 20-day appeal period after that.
Okay,
Anything you might do in the meantime is at your...
thank you so much.
Okay, thank you.
And finally, we have a request for the extension of the comprehensive permit for Herringbrook Meadow LLC. Request an extension of the comprehensive permit issued on November 9th, 2007, for the property at 126 Chief Justice Cushing Highway, Scituate, Mass., Assessors Map 58, Block 1, Parcel 8.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman, members of the board. Bob Engler of SEB LLC. With me is Jeff Engler, who is related. We are the consultants to the original developer, Herringbrook LLC. In fact, I was probably here 12 years ago. I can't remember yesterday, so I don't remember if anybody else was here, but we were involved in the beginning, and we're now involved trying to make something happen. But in the meantime, there's an issue with the permit extension. There can be two interpretations as to when the last appeal was dropped, either 2014, June 16th, when the appeal of the original comp permit from the neighbors were dropped, or September 2014, when the amended comp permit, which was never accepted, was dropped. So we're saying we should come in anyway and ask for an extension, and whether it's 6 months from September or from June, let's pick a date certain and say next spring, and we'd be happy to, because we'll have a plan to come back to see you before that extension runs out. So if you give us enough time for the extension, you'll see us in the next few months or whatever to come back with real plans and ideas and whatever. So if you want to pick an April 1st date or something to that degree, or in 6 months from September 14th, we don't really care. That's enough time for us to get something together.
You want an extension until April 1st,
That would be fine.
2018?
18.
If I can just get you probably have this on file, but the current entity is called?
Is Herringbrook LLC. Herringbrook Meadow LLC.
You were saying something about an SSC?
Well, we're the firm of SEB.
SEB?
We're consultants to them, but we have site control on the development ourselves, but in the meantime, we're asking in their name to have it extended. If we have to change it to our name or any other name, we have to come back and not only let the subsidizing agency know there's a new entity, but let the zoning board know there's a new entity involved.
Bob and Jeff Engler?
Yeah, ENGLER.
ENGLER. Okay. And these dates of June 16, 2014, and September...
Let me see what the date is.
Were the dates that the appeals were finally dropped?
The neighborhood appeals, correct.
You were granted a permit, or the permit was in appeal, so the permit can't take place until the appeals are exhausted, and those are the dates that the permit would have become effective.
Correct.
You guys are the attorneys. I think that there's a lot of burden on this to
I have no problem. Bob?
No, nothing from my, perspective to prevent it.
I have no objection.
motion.
Sure. On Herringbrook Meadow LLC's request for an extension of the comprehensive permit to April 1st, 2018, move that the request be granted.
Seconded.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You'll
Look
see us
forward to
again.
seeing you soon.
Yep.
We have minutes to approve? No?
Well, we don't have John or Sarah.
Oh, that's
here.
right, yep. And I wasn't at the one, that's the one that I wasn't attending.
No quorum for minutes.
No quorum for minutes, I accept the motion.
You don't
to
like
adjourn.
it, do you? You don't like getting behind.
Move to
You're not
adjourn.
happy.
Motion to
Seconded.
adjourn. All in favor? Aye.